Disclaimer, if you are triggered by divination, astrology, tarot, and worldly discussions, this channel is not for you. Please enjoy.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another reading. So before we begin, this reading is probably going to be uploaded November 19th. Today was the funeral for Shanquella Robinson, and I would just like for us to have a moment of silence for her during this time. Thank you guys so much for participating in the moment of silence. Shout out to anyone that is also grieving someone right now. I hope that moment of silence also served for you too. For anyone that's dealing with any form of a loss, my heart goes out to you and my condolences. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and I am back with another true crime reading. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Bianca, but most people know me as Miss J, and welcome to Wisdom and Light, where we do true crime readings, trending topic readings, monthly horoscopes, and just whatever that's going on in the cosmos. So I think I did about maybe 2 to 3 true crime readings on this channel so far. Actually, no, I've done a few on this channel actually, but I do want to do a little bit more. So if you do have any suggestions, I know a lot of you guys send me suggestions, feel free to email them to me and I'll log down and write a list. If you've already sent me an email, forward it to me and I will make a list and research it myself and go from there. But this reading is going to be actually on one that just recently happened. And this is going to be on, unfortunately, the passing of Shanquella Robinson. Now, before I jump in, let me just start off with the disclaimers, okay? If I mispronounce anyone's name incorrectly, please kindly correct me in the comment section. I mean no harm when I butcher somebody's name. It's really not intentional. I'm actually very terrible with names. I forget names very quickly, but I remember energy and I remember people. I'm working on it because I know I have a channel and it's only fair to say the name's right, but I would swear that I'm saying the name right and then I end up saying it wrong and then I feel bad. So just needed to put that out there. It's no slight. It's not me being careless. I really think I'm saying it right and then I'm like, oh. Like I would say the name loud and wrong and with my chest with so much passion, but it's wrong. And I honest to God don't mean any harm by it. So I just wanted to just get that out the way for anyone that is new because I do have a lot of new subscribers. Hi! And also remember, this is just my intuitive breakdown and look at this situation. You don't have to believe in anything that I'm saying. I'm sure that there's information out. There's more developing regarding the story. So just keep in mind that it is a reading, okay? You do not have to believe or agree with anything that I'm saying, but please be nice, okay? Please be nice. And that's it. If you guys don't know what's going on, and I actually don't know all of the details, and I prefer it that way because I like to walk in readings without knowing every detail. Basically, Shanquella Robinson was found dead within 24 hours of arriving to Cabo, Mexico, I believe, with a group of friends, in quotations. The autopsy determined the cause of death to be related to a broken neck and a cracked spinal cord. A cracked spinal cord? Though her friends claim she had alcohol poisoning. Let me read this again. I need to read this again because did I read that right? Because I've been hearing about it, but I actually haven't had a chance to know the details. I'm going to read this one more time. Shanquella Robinson was found dead within 24 hours of arriving in Cabo with a group of friends. The autopsy determined the cause of death to be related to a broken neck and cracked spinal cord. Though her friends, in quotation, claim she had alcohol poisoning. In regards to the friends, do you think we're dumb? I'm sorry. Do you think are we dumb or are we stupid? I think I'm more upset at the fact that the friends are playing in all of our faces, playing in investigators' faces, the cops, the family. You have the audacity to say that all of this started because of alcohol poisoning. I've seen a lot of stupid shit this year, but that took the cake for me. The audacity. How dare you say that it was food poisoning? We all saw that it wasn't. Now we have the Empress card that literally jumped out in the reading, and I am using like my horror Halloween type of deck because I like to use this deck when I do true crime readings. Okay. We have the Empress. If you know anything about the Empress in the original tarot, she is beautiful. She is creative. She represents fertility. She represents rebirth. Not rebirth, but she represents creation in all forms. And she is every single queen all wrapped in one. She's soft, but she's strong, but she's powerful, and she's bubbly, but she's also intuitive, and she's just a queen, but not even. She's an empress. This was Shanquella or Shanquella. If I am saying her name correctly, may she rest in peace. And she really passed on way too soon. And intuitively, she was warned not to go on this trip. She was getting dreams that she shouldn't, but she went anyway because everything was paid for. That's what I'm picking up on. That's what I am feeling. She was beautiful. Based on the picture, she was beautiful, but Spirit is saying she was beautiful. And the fact that the Empress card shows up is showing just how much she was a beautiful person. But when you are the Empress, there are going to be women and people that are jealous of you because you are everything in one. Because in the original tarot, there's the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups. All four of those queens are different in their own ways. But the Queen of Wands is everything. She's all of them, all combined. When you do meet a woman who has all facets, and there's nothing wrong if you don't. There's nothing wrong with being a Queen of Wands, and there's nothing wrong with being a Queen of Cups or a Queen of Pentacles. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you find or meet a woman who has all of those attributes, that's pretty cool. And there's even some women that more resonates with the Magician, or they resonate more with the High Priestess card or the Sun. It's all about what you vibe with and what you feel, right? So she was beautiful, and she died because she was beautiful. She died because they were jealous. She died because she was getting attention. I'm already seeing, I felt a way about this person, but I thought we would be able to work it out. We've had issues before. So this group of friends, in quotation, they've had issues before. And this is another tall tale that I said in the last reading that I did when I talked about Takeoff's passing very briefly. May he rest in peace. We have to be mindful of the company that we keep. If you feel slighted or feel any level of disrespect from anyone, that's your cue to walk away. Now, yes, there was alcohol going on with the Ace of Cups reverse. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of what was the reason, because I'm only getting jealousy here. And I wish that I can say more, but that's all that they're telling me. This jealousy can really take you there. Jealousy can really cause all of this. I can say more, but that's all that I'm getting so far. Did the friend intently kill this person, or the friends involved? We have the Moon card reverse. Yes, the Moon card reverse is showing that this was a fight that took it there. It's almost like when they were fighting, because there were more incidents that took place. And one thing about this young woman who passed on, she didn't take any shit. She was pretty, but she was a fighter. I'm not saying that she was a firecracker where she started fights, but she will end them, and she will defend herself if she had to. The reason why she didn't fight back as hard as she could have, because you're my friend. Why are you fighting me this way? Why do you hate me so much? Because she's jealous of you, because you are the Empress, because you have every facet that she does not have. And I do feel that this young woman who passed on, she didn't really have a lot of friends, and she wanted to keep her people. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a community of people that support and love you. But the moment, again, that you feel any level of disrespect, that's when you got to pull back. And she honestly should have pulled back a long time ago. But Spirit is saying she did. I'm hearing I did. I gave them another chance. She gave grace and she still did what she did. The moon is telling me that they tried to hide it. They tried to cover things up. I keep seeing somebody scooping something under the bed, somebody throwing something away, somebody flushing something down the toilet. It just feels like we got to clean this up. We got to make it look like this happened because she lost her temper. You know, we got to figure this out, what we're going to do, because we can get arrested in Mexico. We got to really figure this out. So they had to make it look like an accident. But how in the flying are you going to make a cracked neck or a cracked spinal? How are you going to make that look like an accident and then say that it's alcohol poisoning? That is what's getting me. That is what gets me. I would have come up with a better lie. But even then, even if they came up with a better lie, I still wouldn't have believed it because the audio of them fighting came out. This is the Two of Cups. Another thing that I'm also seeing, there's a man involved in all of this too. I can't help but feel that a woman quarreled with, they were fighting over a man. Now, I will say this, the victim that passed, she was not fighting for a man. She was defending herself. It's almost like the woman that initiated this felt jealous or felt away. Either a man that she's interested in was interested in her, or she was getting the attention on this trip. And I'm hearing, oh, she wants to go on the shade room and she wants to talk about it. She wants to, no, you need to shut up. You need to respectfully be quiet. Like, I don't need you to explain yourself. Talk to the authorities. You're trying to run to social media to convince us. No, I don't need any convincing. Convince the jury, convince the judge, convince the cops, convince the investigators. But don't try to come over here, get social media attention, and convince us. What has this world come to? 10 of Wands reverse. They tried to cover this up. Yeah, guys, this was a nasty fight gone wrong over the attention that she was getting. She was nice, but she did have, I'm pretty. And I act a certain way because I am pretty and I don't settle for less. Y'all may settle for crumbs. Y'all may settle for less. And I'm not saying that you guys are ugly. You guys are probably very beautiful. But what you settle for is not what I settle for. What you allow is not what I allow. And I'm hearing this energy. Who comes to you? Those type of men don't come to me because they know. So this was a beautiful woman, or a woman who carried herself with a lot of confidence. And I'm hearing I stepped into that. She didn't always believe this about herself. She stepped into her divine feminine. She stepped into her power. And I do believe she was outgrowing her circle because they all had that in common where they were sharing their struggles. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if they're not meeting you halfway where you are honoring and respecting yourself and they're not doing that for their own, you guys are no longer going to be compatible because they're going to feel like you're challenging them, or they're going to feel like, oh, you think you're better than me. And that's when the jealousy sets in. And then men are not talking to you, but they're talking to her because there's some women out there that do validate themselves with the attention that they get from men. So this was a disaster waiting to happen. Three people were involved. How many people went on this trip? And it was a fire sign woman that casted the last blow or orchestrated all of this. They are going to get to the bottom of this, okay? The 8 of Wands. The problem is that I believe what they're saying is because this happened in another country, the information that's coming in, it's very slow. So the case itself may take some time. Prosecution may take some time. Or sentencing them may take time because they need all of the information present. Like, there are people that are getting punishment because a fight did happen. But in regards to pinning down who did what, it happened in another country. They're trying to gather all of the information. 8 of Wands reverse. So the family is going to feel like you guys need to get on the ball and figure out what happened and arrest who you need to arrest and give us justice because this is taking way too long. The family, they don't want social media attention. They want justice, and they're not going to like that this is taking a long time to figure out and unravel and solve. The Page of Wands reverse. It's almost like there's certain parts of this that's missing from this case. which is upsetting, and it's going to upset the family. Yeah, 3 people were involved in her death. I'm even feeling she got jumped. So I only saw a video where there were 2, like it was like a one-on-one fight, but I feel like she got jumped. Either she got jumped or the women around did not stop the fight. They just kind of kept it going like, yeah, she thinks she's all that. Ooh, just around a lot of jealous women. Like, ugh. Ew. Damn. I hate that shit. I'm sorry, guys. I just got so just heated because, ew. Anyways, will justice be served? The sun reverse. I don't like that it's taking the sun reverse. I mean, if it was upright, I would say yes, everything will resolve itself. But it's reversed, the sun, meaning that the sun may set too soon for the light to shine on the truth. And this has a lot to do with, no offense to Mexico, I love Mexico. But for whatever reason, I don't know if this is a fact. If you are Mexican, let me know. For whatever reason, Mexican law enforcement or the law over there, they're very slow with that. They're quick with other things, but they're slow with things like this. So it's like the longer you guys take, the more that nothing is really going to resolve itself. So the family they're not going to have peace until that's resolved. The 4 of Swords, yeah, like I don't like this. It just feels like it's not going to resolve itself as fastly as it should because they don't have enough proof or information to really penalize or give punishment to the person in question. Like they saw the fight, but it's like, okay, but we need the proof. And it's like, what proof do you need? Her neck is broken. This was not alcohol poisoning. Are you kidding me? But guys, this is how insane this case is, because this is the first time I'm doing a true crime reading where it's blatantly obvious what happened, but we still need to find information. We still need to find proof. What proof? Her neck is broken. Her spinal cord cracked. If I'm correct, if I read that correctly. And y'all gonna say it's alcohol poisoning or food poisoning or whatever? If alcohol poisoning was in her system, okay, but explain the cracked neck and everything else and the fractures and all of the stuff that happened. And we obviously saw a fight that took place. This is not really much so of like a deep reading where we don't know what happened. We saw what happened. Will the people rightfully get justice? The 4 of Pentacles reverse. The Devil. The 3 of Cups reverse. Yeah, 3 people are going to prison. Yes, justice will prevail. 2 of Pentacles reverse. The 3 of Swords reverse. Yeah, 3 people are going down. But the problem is it's going to take a long time to end this case because they're gathering information, which is going to make the family feel like they're not moving fast enough, like they're not shaking the world to solve this once and for all. And we are going to hear the family speak more about that. I'm feeling there's like a grandmother or a mother that's the family needs to monitor a grandmother or a mother. She is very empathic. This could be the mother. She's very, they need to monitor her because her emotions go deep. And what I'm feeling is her heart is like dropping all the way down to her stomach, if that's possible. Like it's like her heart is leaving where it's supposed to be. It's like she's losing herself. And I don't have any children to understand that pain of losing a child. And my heart goes out to a parent that had to bury a child because that should never be the case. But she feels I might as well die too. So her family needs to watch over her and protect her. This is either an elder that has raised her, a mother that has raised her. Either the mother or the grandmother or both of them are feeling this way. This really rocked them because they're saying, I'm hearing bad terms. She could have left on this trip and there was bad blood or bad terms. Not that they're beefing, but maybe like a little spat or a little argument or a little like what family does. I'm not going to get in their business and break that down, but Queen of Pentacles reversed. So my prediction is they are going to hold two women accountable. They are looking for witnesses, which is another reason why these things are taking a little bit longer than necessary, because they're looking for all of the footage and all of the witnesses that were there or present or overheard what was going on or what took place. And what's sad is a lot of the witnesses, meaning the people that were next door, heard the commotion, but they either already left or whatever the case may be. Two people will get charged with like guilty in association. But the main person, I don't know, for whatever reason, that's going to take a while to really pin her down to that. But she is going to probably be arrested or in jail for a long time until they figure that out. But the family is going to be restless, feeling like this case needs to wrap up. This needs to hurry up. We need to see justice. They're going to get very impatient about that, and I completely understand. And the family may also sue because, again, I heard that, I want to do an interview and speak on it. The family may sue them. I'm seeing a lawsuit. Like, they're going to get sued or get served papers. Do not talk about this case where my child, where my sister, where my niece, where whomever, where she died and you were present, whether you meant to or not. That is not for you to talk out loud and plead your case. Now, even though the person can feel like, I just want to set myself free from this because I'm innocent in this. No, don't speak on this shit at all. Because I do feel like it was a decent sized group. There is about two people that were really innocent in all of this, but it's like they're either guilty in association or they were just coming back up and everything happened. And it's like, what the hell? It's a mess. It is a mess. It's a lot of guilty in association. It's a lot of this case is going to be very unorganized and the information is not all the way together to really prosecute everyone correctly in a timely manner. The moral of the story is, if you feel that your group of friends is jealous and mad at you for progressing, you need to change your surroundings and change your friends. Okay? Do not stay in something because you want community. Not every community is a good community. Communities can build you up, but they can also tear you down. A community of people, they can build you up. However, if you're no longer in sync with your community and some of them feel a way about you or they feel jealous or slighted, they can tear you down and they will have access to do it because you're giving them access to you. So the moment you see it, don't stay in that. Because another thing that I'm getting in this reading that's very heartbreaking is that sometimes when we don't get along with our family, whether it's intentional or not, or it's a lot of back and forth, we can find family outside of our own, because just because they're blood related to you, that doesn't mean that you guys get along and they ride for you and support you. And that's unfortunate because people like that do go outside and they choose their family and they pick their coven, their community, their group, their soul family, their tribe. And sometimes with family, even though there's beef and there's issues, they're still going to ride for you in the end. People can switch up on you like that. They can decide, nah, she's not my family, she's an enemy. They can get married, have kids, and decide, nah, these people are important, you are not related to them, even though you've adopted them and all. Like, it's so weird. It really depends. Not every situation is like that. But when you deal with not really getting along with your family. You love your family, but maybe you keep your distance from them. But you vibe more with the people that you feel is more of a vibe for you. It's more of a, yo, she's like my cousin. She's like my sister. But sometimes how you're looking at them is probably not how they're looking at you long term. So I fear that what I'm picking up on is she sought family and community outside of what was given to her because maybe it wasn't available or wasn't present or whatever the case may be. This is not to say that she didn't love her family. This is not to say that she wasn't close to them. But sometimes you can love your family and ride for them, but they don't have anything in common with you. What happens is you may end up going out there and you find a group of people that love the things that you love. You finally don't feel alone. You finally don't feel like you're the black sheep. You found your group of people. But just because you found people that have things in common with you, that doesn't mean that they ride for you. That doesn't mean that they will look out for you. That doesn't mean that they will protect you. I am considered the black sheep of my family, but they ride for me. And when I was younger and I went out of my way to seek people that were like me, they all backstabbed me in the worst way possible. And I had to spiritually cleanse, purge, and really get rid of stuff that was not of me. If you're lucky to meet people that embrace you like family, that is beautiful. But the moment you see that there is a switch, go. It's going to hurt because some people, we want to belong. But don't stay if you're not welcome. Just because you were invited, that doesn't mean that you are welcomed. I feel like she was invited to this trip, but she was not welcomed. And that's the tragedy in all of this. So let me know what you guys think. I do believe this case will resolve itself, but it's going to take time. 3 people will get locked up and we will see where it goes. I feel like there's a 4th person that they want to lock up too, but I'm seeing number 3 for now. It can change. Anyways, guys, I will be reading your comments and hearing what you guys have to say. I love you guys so much. Rest in peace to this, to Miss Robinson. Rest in peace to her. I'm gonna light a candle for her. Send love and prayers to her family, and we'll talk again in our next true crime reading. Mwah. Bye, guys.